Zoom out. Okay. I just wanted to zoom into the shape for a bit. Is that better, Patrick and Carter? Okay, no problem. All right. So quite often, the perimeter is the one that is probably the best one to start with. Okay, so I will start with perimeter. You don't have to, but you will find missing lengths needed for the area. Okay, that's my reasoning behind it. Start with the perimeter, then you'll find the missing lengths that are needed to find the area of this thing to begin with. Okay, so when you're looking at lengths, okay, this base here corresponds to the top. So I'm going to use a highlighter for that, right? So whenever you're looking at little chunks going sideways, look at the long one that's across from it, or vice versa, right? So you have these horizontal pieces there, so those correspond. And then you have the other ones going up and down. Those are the vertical ones, right? So let's stick with this first. So if from this corner to this corner it's 50, then these three chunks up here should also add up to 50, right? So I actually used numbers that are easy to do so we can do this in our heads today. So we know this stretch, we don't know this stretch right here. So I'm going to use a different color so you know that I've added that later. So this piece right here must be 50 minus 15 minus the 30, right? If I take 50 and subtract these two, then I must be left with that, and that's 5 meters. So now I know this little sliver here, right? I've done the work there to get that. Now so now I know everything horizontally, top and bottom. Now I'm gonna focus on the vertical ones, right? This, and this corresponds to the vertical out here, okay? So sometimes it's a subtracting, there's subtracting involved, sometimes there's adding, right? So you know that these three stretches will be the same length as this long one across from them. Okay, so I'll say that this is 20, right? I take the 20 plus 10 plus 5, right? So this is 35. So now I know all the side lengths that are needed for perimeter. Okay, so the perimeter of this shape starts somewhere, right? Mark it like this corner right here. I'm going to start here, and I'm going to go up. So 35 plus 15 plus 20 plus 30 plus 10 plus 5 plus 5 plus 50. Okay, and I'll show you something else later, but anyways. So here you can do some mental math, like this right here gives me 60. This right here gives me 50. And this right here gives me 60 as well. Right, so 60 and 60 is 120 plus 50 is 170. You're done. Now, oh, the bell is almost going to go, so we're going to just leave it at this and do the area tomorrow. But let me just finish with this. Mr. Dirksen, if this is 50 and the three pink sides up there are 52 together, so couldn't I just say 50 plus 50, that's 100, right? Then I cover this and these little, that's 100. And then 35 and another 35 on this end, that's 70. So it's 170 just by looking at it that way. So you didn't have to do all of this if you just recognize that that's what's happening. Okay, so it's almost like a rectangle. So we'll leave it at that. I have a worksheet, but I want to give it to you after I've done the area portion of it. So again, group 3 comes in. No, sorry. Group 2 comes in on Monday, next Monday. Okay, so you can log off. Thank you very much. I'll post the AC correction and this lesson on